Good
Mary, no
morning.
pressure. Robin's in the house.
Oh. Let me know when I can get started. What do you think?
Yeah, I just see more people joining, so we'll wait
Okay,
a
let's give
minute
it
or two. And
typical realtors, everybody's late.
yes, so we'll just give another minute or two. We'll start at
Sounds good.
9:35, okay?
Sounds good.
We're all getting ready to prepare listing presentations, so this is going to be a great session for all of you. And I guess, Mary, before we get started, maybe you can just touch base on NJMLS, what's happening with capturing comps directly from the CRM and how to overcome that part.
Yeah, so and it's not really for all MLS. I find that I think it's usually NJMLS, which is up here in Northern Bergen. So when you put in the address, sometimes list like there's no feed coming in, so you might have to manually put it in. And actually, that's what kind of the steps I'm going to go over. There are some addresses that will populate and the listings will populate. I am actually, with tech trying to figure out why, some things are not populating. So there might be a little glitch with the agents that are using NJMLS. I kind of did the manual way. Yeah, Fran.
Just so you know,
Mhm.
they were all asked to update their feed so that they could receive the information properly. And if they haven't done that, that could be why there is a glitch. There were several people who are getting the feed from the NJMLS that have not updated to the new system and the new feeds that's going out. So if they haven't updated it, that's why it's probably
Oh, okay. Because maybe that's the reason, because certain things were kind of getting a little bit funky. So,
All right, so it's 9:35. We'll get started. Mary Pack, she's our assistant branch manager in our Fort Lee office, and she has a wealth of knowledge and experience. So I am very excited for her to host this mastermind this morning. She's going to be going over the listing presentation from BoldTrail. That's also KV Core. So Mary, the floor is yours. You're going to share your screen. And if you guys have questions, feel free to ask her.
perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, and if you're driving, just please be careful. This is going to be recorded, so just pay attention to driving and just listen in, and then you can watch this later. Go ahead.
That's good. Perfect. First, I want to talk about why you want to do this listing presentation. I do find that as I am talking with agents, a lot of agents do not know that we have this awesome presentation. A lot of agents that are going off of referrals like, oh, that's my aunt or my niece. I know I'm going to get that listing. And they just do a real quick CMA from the NJMLS. And they're missing that opportunity to really present value of themselves because that aunt or your best friend, somehow other realtors find out they're thinking about selling their home, and the other realtors are bringing their A game and they're doing their presentation, and they're going to think like, oh, my niece never, sent me anything like that, or does my friend do that? So don't miss that opportunity. It doesn't matter if they're like close to you. You should still present the best presentation possible. And we have that. So, and there is CMAs that you can do with your MLS, but this is better and it looks so much prettier and it's so much more professional. Why wouldn't you guys do it? And it is also linked with your CRM. So if you're using your CRM, you can kind of see what they're looking at if they viewed it. And I've kind of added like a different thing at the end that you can do to set yourself apart. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm not that familiar with Zoom. So let's see. Okay, Chrome, share. Oh, why didn't we test this before when we had the time? Hold on, let me see. Share. Okay, do you guys see my screen?
Yes,
Okay, but you guys see the Zoom, right?
correct.
yep.
Okay, So let me see.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right. So we are here at platform, which is BoldTrail. Okay. So you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're in BoldTrail, and right on to the left side, you will see all these tabs right here. We're going to go right into marketing. And then when you go into marketing, we are going to go to present, sorry. Present. So in this present platform, you do have presentations for sellers, buyers, okay? And there is actually a set of library that you can look at and custom slides that you could do, which I just found out like this morning. So I'm not gonna go over that, but we're gonna stick with the seller's presentation. Again, you are hitting them with not just the CMA, a great looking CMA, you're also hitting them with the marketing that you're going to do. So please don't forget to make sure you use this. Now here, I'm gonna put the address. So 17, I just, New Jersey in there, and then you hit that next sign. Okay, so it does come with some of the stuff that they have on the tax record, but it doesn't come with the bedroom count. So I'm going to make sure I do that, make sure you have that information when you are doing the comps, right? And it does have some information. So next you're gonna go into the comparable details. So right here, it should have populated bunch of listings that has been sold and under contract or active, but it's not populating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit manual. So a lot of us also start doing the CMA in your MLSs. We're used to seeing that. So that's not a big deal. So I'm going to actually manually enter the MLS IDs, and you just put it in. And then you separate it with a comma.
Okay, so you kind of did some preliminary research and pulled
I
up some
did.
MLS IDs. Great, great idea.
Because I didn't want to be scrambling in front of you guys. Okay, great. All right. Okay, let's put that in there. And the last one. So it just depends on anyone that, kind of has their way of doing their CMA, but I kind of like to have not too much, like 3 to 5, I think is good. Once you put the numbers in, you just hit that arrow button and then it will populate. So it does have that information. Why it's not, Fran, you might be right. As we changed into a new system, it might not have that feed coming in, right? So here it is. There is no pending. We have 2 actives and 3 solds that have been populated. So those are the things I'm going to choose. And of course, as realtors, you are going to pull up the MLSs and you're going to see, oh, this home is really not a direct comp for the property that I have. So there was one that was 4 million. I didn't think that was comparable, so I took that out, okay? So this is a good way to kind of manually put in your CMA as an expert that you can do that. So we're gonna click on that next button, build that CMA, and it's thinking and it's kind of going and it'll show the information. So you'll see the Henry Street, the 10 Lynn. If it's red, that means it's sold. Green is active. And if there was an under contract, it would be in orange. And it kind of has some stats. So it's up on the higher end. And it's stating that it's a little bit stale because the higher ends are a little bit sitting a little bit, right? It's not flying off the shelf. Like the ones that are under $1 million in this area. Like if it's $800,000, it'll probably, the days on market is much faster. Okay, so I'm okay with this. You can have your own price on here, but I kind of go off of the average of the closed comp and it says 1.6 million. So I might give it like, let's say, a range, okay? Because of course the sellers think they have a perfect house, right? So I might do 1.7. And that might be, the price that I kind of give them, okay? And I kind of marked it with myself right here, Okay, so when you give them a range, I'm going off of course, I've carefully looked over all of the comps and I kind of said, I think this is where it is, but I'm giving myself a leeway and putting that range in there instead of a specific number. So right at the top, you'll see that it's going to go into create presentation. Okay, and it's doing its magic with the comps that we're sending. So now, right off the top, right here, there is an emphasis on the office default. I guess there's different things that you can do if you click on the contingent, there's no, this is a no nonsense seller. Okay, so they have, depending on this theme, they'll kind of put in different slides for you. But again, it doesn't really matter that much because I'm going to show you what all the slides have, and you can pick and choose. And it really is, you can't do this 30 minutes before your listing presentation. You got to take some time. It's going to take an hour or two because you're going to be like, why isn't this happening? Or even more than that. And for you to know how to explain these slides, okay? And so here's the theme. There's the traditional, and there's like different things that you can do. There's different, look that you have. Here's the modern, and it might be a different look. And of course, there's certain luxury things, and it's usually like kind of black and white, very luxurious, I guess. I kind of like the traditional, so I'm gonna go with that, okay? So again, it's really up to you. We have different things that you can use, all right? So right here, off to the left, you'll see that that's the first page. And then we're going to go into the second section, why I'm the right fit for you. And these are all the slides. Okay. Now you can pick and choose. I may not care about the giving. So I may take this out because it's a lot of pages. Okay. And I could take this off. There's an X button. Okay. Oh, I don't know what. Okay, so let's go back. I kind of want to show you, this is an awesome slide. Again, it's going to say why an agent is necessary, why there's value in it, and you don't have to do all the talking. It's there for you. I'm effective, I'm trusted, there's experience. I'm going to bring you profit because I'm knowledgeable, and there's different things that you can use. We're #1 name in Remax, in real estate. Okay. And you can describe all of these. And if these things, if you think it's a little bit too much, you don't have to use all of them. Okay. And you can just take out some of them. I don't know why it's not letting me take out some of them. Yeah, so I'm not sure why, but you can add. So this is where I said you can add the slides you see right here, add the slide. And you can see different things that you can add, realtor versus iBuyer, home selling process. I think that's good. So if it's grayed in, that means it's already in your presentation, okay? But if it's colorful like this, then that means that you can kind of add it, right? So
Hey, Mary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off. So where you went to add a new template, you can also remove template. That's the best and easiest way. So it already tells you what's selected and they can unselect. So it will not populate into their presentation.
Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, so perfect. So you can see like here, you can click on it and it's grayed out. That means it's going to be added into your presentation. And you can just go, is there a save button? Oh, this is why. Okay, so go here. Oh, here, sorry. Okay, and then I added that slide here, okay, because I think that's important, okay? Now, right here, what's my home value worth? This is perfect here. And it kind of tells you it is an actual live presentation of, where this home is. It's a map, okay? And if you click on here, it's what we talked about. And if you click on each property, it has an IDX feed from MLS, and you can see that. So they can actually see what these homes look like. So if they see that, oh, their home is a little bit more outdated, then you can see like, oh, this is priced a little bit higher because, oh, look, it's all new. Okay, so they themselves can take a look at the comp. Okay, and that's the section for what my home is worth. Okay, and here's the marketing analysis. Again, you can kind of see, oh, sorry.
So if you click on one of the grayed out slides in that area under the ad slide,
Mm-hmm.
it will then take it out, right? So let's click on that one.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Really
Now
nice
it
way
should, that's
to
what
take it
Adona
out.
was saying, it should remove it
Yes.
from your presentation, right?
Yes. Perfect. So
You know,
with
it never cooperates when you're doing it in
I
front of a lot of
know.
people.
So yes, that's another way of taking it out as well, and instead of doing that X button, why it's not working for me at this point. So, so these are the things that I would do. If again, if you think that here's the marketing section here, okay, this is my marketing plan. Okay, that you're gonna tell them this is some of the stuff I'm gonna do, and we're gonna add that little add slide button again for the marketing. And I may put this in here. It's the property boost. Okay. And what property boost does, it's a added, extra platform that they have for a small nominal fee that they will put that listing in a social media ad that goes out, a sponsored ad that goes out. And that's what you're going to say that this is part of what I'm going to do because most of the buyers are coming from the internet. And this is how I'm going to target it. And I'm going to spend money on targeting people that your buyers that are on social media and put the ads in front of them. Okay. Again, you're talking about the marketing that you're going to do plus the CMA information that you're going to give them. Okay. So the next steps here is you, okay? And it is linkable. It'll say more information. It leads you to, different places that you can email them your information. So it's just customized presentation for you. So let's say I'm really good with all of these slides. And some people do say like 23 slides, that's a lot. When I'm doing this presentation, I'm not going over every single slide. When I'm meeting with them, you're connecting with them, you're having a deep conversation about, the motivation of what they're doing, seeing their home. And you may touch upon, let's say, like 4 slides, and then you're going to email that to them. So right here, after you're done and you're happy with everything that you've added and taken out, we're going to go present and share at the top, and it takes you to this page. And so this is what it looks like. And we're going to do a little preview. And if you do a little preview, you can kind of see what you're going to do. Oh, I didn't put my bio on there, so nothing came up. So make sure you do that. And again, it has that all of the presentation that you can preview and you can take a look at it. Okay. And you can add a listing agreement link. We really don't do that. Want to make sure that, we send them the agreement with all of our documents. And you can also send a video link. Okay. And you can email it to them. So I'm going to save and add a client. Okay, so this is going to be for Mary. Okay. And if you have that person in your CRM, they do populate. So of course I did add myself on there so I can test it. And I did do a little extra thing last night to add a video link. And so what I did was I did it late at night. I did a video on my phone and I uploaded it to my channel here. Okay. And I downloaded it and put it in here. And so I got the shareable link. Hold on, let me see if I could get shareable link and go back. So I'm going to add the video link here and say add. Okay, so that added, and what that does is that video is going to come up right before the presentation. And everybody does it a little bit differently. You can send the presentation before your meeting. I usually do it afterwards. I like to get in there, connect with them, do the presentation. I review the 4 or 5 slides that I think is going to be the most important, but mostly I'm connecting with the client, and then I'm emailing this presentation to them, and I'm going to send them a quick text or a phone call saying, hey, I emailed you the presentation, take a look at it. Properties that have been under contract that get sold will be reflected if it was active and then under contract. It's like alive and well, this presentation. It's still feeding off of our MLS. And so you can just go ahead and do that. And hold on. Sometimes there's okay. You can also download and print it. If you feel like this person is not going to be tech savvy enough, you can download and do it. And if you can also see that link right here, you can copy that link and send it to them in an email, and that still works. And you can also send it to them. Email the presentation right here, and it goes, sorry, there's a
Are
subject.
you going to show us your video link with it?
Yes, and
Okay.
I just have to
Ooh,
let you know my like makeup is smudged and the quality is not great, but here's your listing. Great to meet you. Let's say we can say great to meet you. And then of course, write a little message and then you send it to them, okay? I just want to say also the great thing about this thing is that, add a message. Of course, you're going to write something better, right? So I don't want to waste your time, but here, I'm going to send that. Okay. The great thing right here, I want to talk about this link here. It is all linked to your website. Okay. So we have a website. It's linked. So all of these links that they have, they're clicking on, it kind of comes back to your website. So it's really great in a way that, you know, your website gets more hits and, you know, they always draw you back, and hopefully, you know, they'll kind of peruse your website, right? And eventually kind of, let me show you.
Mary, just real quick, we have question in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Can you change the order of the slides? That's one.
Mm-hmm.
And can you just upload the video from the cell phone to the presentation?
You can't because they need a URL. So you need either a Vimeo account or YouTube is free. So I know that it seems like, well, I don't know how to do it. And it's very easy. Like if you have a Gmail, everybody has a YouTube account. And when you go into the YouTube account, it actually, you do have a channel that you can upload the video. So what I did was I did it on the phone and then I sent it in an email, downloaded to my, you know, my desktop, and I uploaded it, and I just did it as an unlisted. So there's like 3 categories. It could be like private, unlisted, and public, right? So I just do an unlisted. So whoever has that link can view it. Okay. So you can't just do the video. I think it has to be, because it'll say like video, we need a URL link. So it has to be uploaded somewhere, you know? So, all right, so this is the email that I got, 17 Alpine Court, you know, presentation. Sometimes it does go into to the client's promotion, you know, section. So it may not be going to like their actual inbox. So just give them a heads up saying, hey, I sent you something. But a lot of these emails do have, you know, precautions where they kind of, you know, separately categorize them. But I have it here. So do you guys see my email? It's at 17 Alpine Court. Yes? Okay. All right. So I'm going to click on it. So again, I do look like a mess, but I hope you guys can see like the potential of what you can do. And again, I think people really react to who you are, not the perfect, you know, presentation that you do, but you as a genuine person, they're going to click, they're going to connect to that. So that's why I said I'm going to do it. And so here we go. This is my cover page, and you know, I could help people with it. It just I created in Canva, but I just do it here.
Hi, Mr. Smith. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my listing presentation and to view your beautiful home. I really look forward to working with you. I am going to send you the presentation so you can look at it more carefully and in depth. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Take care. Hope to work with you soon.
And it says proceed to presentation, and that kind of gives you, I think, an edge up, right? So I really liked it. I don't know. I know that you guys might feel a little bit uncomfortable because it's something, and I uncomfortable too, but we have to do things and challenge ourselves to do uncomfortable things. So I hope that you guys get the opportunity to do that, okay? And then it goes into the presentation. So I think that's it. Another thing that I kind of wanted to show you is, so when you're here and all the presentation that you did, it does come here at the bottom. So when you see here and you see the analytics and you click on that, and there was total 2 views. Okay, so you can kind of see like, oh, maybe they saw it twice. Okay, and so you can kind of see that and make sure that they kind of opened it. And if there's some kind of connection or engagement, you're definitely going to feel more inclined to definitely give them a call, but more inclined like, oh, maybe they were interested. But yeah, I think that's it for now. But as you can see, there is different types of buyer presentation, and it really is the same type of thing. You have a buyer's library, you have CMAs. That's exactly what I would be doing when I'm taking out my buyers. I am doing that buyer consultation, making sure they understand compensation and the new laws and why I am of value. Okay. So hopefully that helped. Any questions? Sorry,
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent. Someone said in the chat before also that they were having trouble deleting the 2021 slides that were in there. So I don't know
Oh,
what that was about, but
So
okay.
I'll add to that. This is Adona. So Remax is coming out with a new launch in April. It's coming up. They're going to have all new slides. So you can remove the 2021. That's just like a custom one that they already have set up. You would have to go to add a template and then just unclick the one that says 2021. That should take care of it. But the new designs are coming out sometime early April, which we will let you guys know. They're
Nice.
gonna come up with all the new numbers for 2024. So it's going to be, the design center is going to be amazing, like 100% better than what it is now. And another thing I want to add, Mary, to this presentation is that if you do email it to your client, every time they go into this document, you will get a notification saying, hey, Mr. Smith spent 2 minutes viewing the comps. So that's also a great way for you to reach out to them, because that means they're looking into it. You should follow up and just figure out, like, if they had any questions, etc.
That's awesome. And let's not wait until like, oh, I'm going to wait until, the new stuff come in. Learn how to do it now so you're not fumbling like I did today. But really, you just have to like play with it and say like, what am I comfortable saying? I am going to say that, use this slide and that slide, and I know how to, speak on certain things. What am I going to add to the marketing, section? So those things are going to be important. So I'm really excited. That's great news that we're getting new slides. But in the meantime, know how to do it and send yourself something and just kind of practice it.
okay, the two more questions in the chat were, can you reorder the slides in the presentation?
I haven't done it, but Idona, do you guys know that? I'm pretty sure you can, but can you? I haven't tried to do it.
The other question was, and I'm assuming this is if you have your picture in your profile, on the CMA page, how did you add the slide with your headshot on it for the target property?
So in the CMA section, I added my price range. Remember, I told you either you can do like, it's right at the top, and if you add that, if you don't add it, it doesn't come up. But if you add your range or your actual price, what you recommend the price to be, then it comes with your little headshot.
Okay.
assuming you have your headshot there, but most of you guys
Yes,
should.
yes.
So as far as the reordering, I actually haven't done it, so I can't speak
Yeah.
to it. But if I'll play around with it and see if I can, and if I don't know who said it, who asked the question.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. It was
No.
great.
I have two quick things before you wrap if you're done. One is Thursday. I don't know if you guys all got the email. Try to invite 3 people to attend for the event. And I really want to see how this works. And then you can follow up with them afterwards. It's not going to be like a market specific or a shameless pitch. It's going to be an educational opportunity that I'd like to, provide for you. And second is I'm going to take a moment if you could, let me see, if you could make me a co-host, Mary or Idona. I want to just share with you something that I've been doing and having success helping agents with. So
Mary, can you please
Yeah.
make Rob a co-host?
I
Thank
I'm
just
the
you.
host
did.
now. I'm the host. Yep. So Mark Feingold is experienced this with me. So let's see. So Mark, remember this? Feingold? Something looking like this? Anyway, maybe Mark's on mute. But anyway, this is something that I did for an agent's actual listing resource that was brought on the listing appointment.
Yes,
And
Rob. I see it.
right, and what I did, and we use this to get a very competitive listing, right, Mark?
Yep.
So what this shows here, and number one, I think if you can digest this yourself, it would be really helpful because it shows that of the properties in this town in Plainfield that sold between 650 and 725, no, 750. So sale prices between 650 and 600 and 750. It shows you original list price and sold price. And I tied that into days on market. So what I did is I looked at all the solds between that price range. And I looked at 4 to 6 bedrooms because the one we had was a 5. And it gave me a lot of comps. And it shows me that if you ask 635 on average, you receive 658 if it sells under 30 days, or you got a 3.82% premium. If you asked 28,000 more, you wind up getting 29,000 less. And if you asked 80,000 more, you got 10,000 less. So the way that this tool would be used, and I'll just give you, it takes 15 minutes to prepare this if you know how to do it, is, and I'll just role play with Mary. If Mary, if we decided to work together, knowing that properties that sell under 30 days sell for both a higher price and a higher list to sale price, homes that sell in 30 to 60 days sell at almost a 5% discount for almost 30,000 less. And if you wanted to, I know you and your husband said you wanted to test the market at a $50,000 higher price. The statistics show that you're going to wind up with an extended marketing time and a lower price. If we decided we're a good fit, where would you want to position your house? Which of these 3 options would you want?
The first one.
Right. So,
Mhm.
so the first one, we're going to go, between 3 and 8% below the appraised value or the market value. So I think this is really powerful. I know we all talk about it,
Mhm.
but like this is just undeniable, right?
Yeah, I wanted to say something else, but the numbers kind of told me like I have nothing to say.
Yeah. So And, for our own, forget about like the value of the conversation at a listing. For our own benefit, our own mindset, we need to correlate the best execution on price with the lowest days on market, right? Because extended days on market always mean a lower price, if for example, Mark was like, hey, we want to go at, 1.299 instead of 1.2, I would say, all right, if we did that, Mark, and we didn't get you an acceptable offer, how long would we wait before we adjusted the price? What do you think most sellers would say? How about you, Mark? What do you think?
I think they'd be reluctant, but they might take my suggestion.
So, I've found that most sellers are like in 2 weeks or 30 days. Mark, let's try it for 2 weeks. And then if we don't get lucky, then we'll go to what you recommended, right? And then you need to ask them the question. So Mark, if we've been on the market for 2 weeks and we just cut the price by between 50 and 75,000, let's just say somebody comes in and they love your house. Tell me, how do you think they're going to approach making an offer?
Gonna probably lower the price.
They're probably going to lowball you, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think they would do that?
Because they see that you're struggling to get offers.
Right. Is it possible they might even think that you're desperate?
It could be, yeah.
And worst of all, Mark, I find that when I work with buyers and they see a property that's been on the market for 2 weeks and just had a significant price reduction, they always ask me if there's something wrong with the house.
Correct.
So, if we decided to work together, are you sure you wanted to try that 100,000 extra? Probably not.
Right.
But anyway, I just can't help myself but pitch this here because I really think it's a tremendous value, and it's not very hard to create. So anybody can see yourself using this as a supplemental page at a listing.
Yeah.
That would be
Wonderful.
great.
If you need help with it, I'll train Mary and maybe Fred so that they could help you do it as well as myself. If I have time, we'll just do a Zoom for half an hour. Many of you have done that with me, and I'll help you come up with a nice tight sheet like that to supplement your listing conversation. All right.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody. Hope to
Thank
see you
you.
on Thursday night.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, Rob.